CIS New South Wales has been partnering with Central Coast Grammar School in the Designing for Deep Learning work for about 18 months. The school has a strategic plan called Next Generation Teaching and Learning, or NGL. The aim of this plan is to ensure their students develop the skills and attributes that equip them for life. These skills and attributes align well with the global competencies within the deep learning framework. Things like communication, collaboration and critical thinking. They joined our network for guidance on how to support the progression of competencies in the classroom and ensure students love to be engaged in their learning.
During our work with the Deep Learning Project, we've noticed a remarkable shift in the way our students engage with their learning. We have kids that are passionately engaged now, kids that are seeing a bigger world than they saw before, and kids that are feeling more empowered, both as learners and as people learning to operate in the real world.
The 6 C's just fitted so beautifully with so much of what we're already doing within our strategic plan, and so it seemed a logical next step for us to pick up the deep learning, the work of Fulham, the 6 C's, and start to link those across and use that as really another weave, another fabric.
So we use something called the Design Thinking Framework in NGL, Next Generation Learning, and it's a way to sort information and just build something with that information.
The learning pit is this pit where when you're at the top and you're starting out trying something, you think to yourself, what is this? I don't think I could do this. And then when you jump down in the learning pit and you give it a go, you think to yourself, how can I avoid this? I'm not smart. Then when you're starting to climb up, you say, I think I could do this. What else can I try? Who can help me? And once you've reached the top, you say, I've done it, I feel great. I've learnt that I've higher potential than I think, and that I could achieve almost anything if I put my mind to it.
Throughout the year, I've really seen my students mature in their learning. They're being very independent, but mostly it's the resilience and the grit that I'm seeing in my students, which is showing their independence. I'll be in the classroom and I'll hear students think, how can I get out of this? What's my next strategy? And they're employing these strategies independently rather than relying on teachers or sometimes even parents. We've had parents comment on how their students are more resilient at home as well. I love watching my students take charge of their own learning. They're communicating with each other. They're not passive recipients anymore. They're walking around the room and they're questioning each other and helping each other.
What's better about Next Generation Learning is the interactiveness that we get between peers. It's a lot more engaging than taking notes off a PowerPoint and having a direct target for the lesson.
Because of their deep learning experience, my students value having agency over their own learning and having a sense of authority, being able to set their own goals, being able to monitor their own progress. And I find that they value having a voice. Their ideas are what drives the project, they're not my ideas. And that's one of the most exciting things.
They are really holistically looking at what skills they have and how they as an individual can contribute to their own learning, and sort of trying to identify solutions to problems that maybe they've come up with. And it's not that it's been mandated that they need to do a task for the sake of it, but it's more that they're seeking solutions to problems that they've been able to identify. And for me, my experience has been that has made a world of difference in terms of their engagement, their results, and I guess how far they've been able to take their own learning.